it's such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for joining us here at SuperReturn International.
Thank you, a pleasure.
You told the story there on stage of your journey with ABBA and how it has travelled through, and now we're seeing this resurgence, and ABBA Voyage has been so successful.
Yeah.
How does it feel for you to have innovated like that? You've had such phenomenal global success, and now it continues.
Yeah, and all because of curiosity and creativity, wanting to find new ways of doing things, which has been the driver. And yes, it's amazing that these things have been so well received. I mean, take Voyage, for instance. I mean, we didn't know until like 3 weeks before we opened, when we had the first preview with audience. We didn't know whether it was going to work or not. We didn't know if people would think that they were watching a video. And now they are kind of making the agreement that we know it's a film, but they are there.
3,000 of them are there every night.
Every night.
We've had something like 2 million people come to see it.
2.5 even, I think.
And you've obviously decided that you are somebody that is going to embrace that innovation. And now we have Pophouse, your investment firm that you launched with your co-partner. And what are you hoping to do with that? And how do you feel about this idea of music as an asset now, an asset class?
Well, I love the combination of Conni Jonsson's and my experiences, and how we can connect them and make something that nobody else has done. I mean, that's what appeals to me. Plus, getting to know these artists and their catalogs, and being able to work with them, being able to bring in the best creative minds in the world to help us create something fantastic. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that?
And you are the ultimately authentic person to be doing that. The artists can trust you.
And I suppose yes, because I think artists can feel that there's an honesty in what I have co-created with others, with ABBA. It's honestly looking for something great, doing something wonderful, and I think they can trust in that.
And it's very exciting for you to think that somebody like Simmons from Kiss, whose catalogue that Pophouse have invested in, is saying that you're breaking the rules. How does it feel to still be breaking the rules after all these decades in the music industry?
It's given my age, it's kind of strange, but I still feel like breaking rules and finding new things. There's so much going on. AI will change everything, and soon these avatars will be able to speak to the audience in real time.
And arguably you're increasing their longevity, and you're giving them even more reward for their creativity. You've just partnered with Lauper as well. What an amazing partnership that is, and what an extraordinary artist for you to be bringing back, perhaps to the fore.
Yeah, hopefully we can do something. It's always about collaboration, and hopefully we can bring something to the table. We'll see.
How is it for you to be at this stage after all your decades in the industry? How do you feel about the responsibility you have as a household name when you are partnering with these artists? There must be a sense of responsibility for you too about what you're offering.
Well, one has to be responsible to creative honesty. As long as I know that I'm doing this because I want to break new ground, I want to create something fantastic together with this person, then it's fine. And I have clear conscience.
Good, glad to hear it. And you're also contributing to local economies, arguably. I know that the boroughs in London that are surrounding the area where ABBA Voyage is are doing, well, and that it's bringing income into those areas.
Yes,
so there is a real benefit.
That's a benefit that we sort of never never thought of really. But we made a survey, and it seems to be really buzzing out there with new pop-ups and people, of course, being employed by us.
And other cities now want to get in on this act, don't they?
Yes, there are other cities who are interested. Tokyo, Melbourne, New York.
And how surreal is it for you to think that you're still there, literally centre stage, and still entertaining all those people after all this time? Is that a very exciting feeling?
It's unreal. It is, I'm reminded about that every day in some way or other. And it's really, really hard to understand emotionally. It's almost impossible to know that after all this time, there's an ABBA song played right now somewhere, and things like that. And all those records we've sold, and all those people who, it's just very humbling. Makes me very grateful, especially when it's such a basis for going forward and doing new things. It creates a platform that is so fantastic to have.
And you're hopefully now going to bring that joy to other artists as well,
Yes.
with your model that you've created.
Not exactly like what we created, but something like that.
They must be very excited that they could have the longevity that you're having as well.
Let's see if that happens. It's every Avatar show will be different, and success is not a certainty,
Well,
by no means.
your success is phenomenal, Björn, and thank you so much for the music, as they say, all these years, and all that you're doing now for the music industry with what you're investing. It's extraordinary. So thanks for sharing your insights with us at SuperReturn.
Thank you.
It's been brilliant to talk
Thanks
to you.
for a nice chat.